Artemis 2 just made its closest approach to the moon, allegedly, on its way back. But there's strange things surrounding this, of course, as there always is with moon missions for some reason. We'll take a look at some of these videos, some very strange things. Looks like they're using green screens or something. Just perfect timing for a Nutella ad. We'll check all that out here. We'll start it off with this. There's strange stuff. I don't know why do they fake this? I mean, they do get $50 million a day, NASA does. Kind of an incentive there. Let's take a look. This was odd. Somebody noticed this. This guy getting this, you know, his suit inspected or whatever at NASA. You can see this demon head on this guy's hand. Baal head, demon, devil, same exact thing. You notice a lot of these symbols in all these different things. Space Force, Blue Origin, False God, Artemis. Let's see here. People are saying that was them being taken off of the ship before it went up. We're going to the moon. Yeah, so what was that satanic head of a guy working at NASA? Kind of weird. How about this? Is this a Nutella ad? Straight from the Artemis spaceship? Of course, Nutella is posting about that too and saying it's just like perfect timing or whatever. Thanks for taking our product up to space. You know, I don't know. We'll end the video off really with what I believe is the most. I mean, that stuff is possible, of course. If that is real, zero gravity thing. I do think space is real. I think that Earth is round. Things are out there in the heavens and they're round. I believe that. But for some reason, they do fake some of this stuff. And we'll end it off here with this video in just a moment. But these were some of the ones I saw a lot of people posting of some of them faking what looks to be green screening some of these videos, at least. There's their plushie doll. Now you can see in the plushie doll, it's like showing letters. Looks like a green screen. If they accidentally put something green in front of that screen, it would mix up and do something like that. Why is it doing that from the space station? I mean, it's not because they're so far. We have the technology where that's just not even an issue. I mean, we're getting 4K images from Mars. They can video from, you know, tens of thousands of miles away. There was another thing surrounding this this plushie doll here that was kind of weird.
Fantasías espaciales presenta la pelotita sin sombra.
So you can see her hands causing a shadow when she holds it right there, but then take that plushie doll that gets weird letters in its head. Take that thing away. What do we have? No shadow. It is weird. Her hand creates a shadow. What about that thing?
Fantasías espaciales
Casting no
presenta
shadow.
la pelotita sin sombra.
There's always stuff surrounding this, and of course there would be conspiracies surrounding this because there were with the first moon missions. And really, NASA knows that there's so many conspiracies surrounding these things, and they decide to do this launch on April 1st. After all of these years, on April Fool's Day, they're really going to do the next, like, manned people close to the moon. Still no answer to the Van Allen radiation belts. I mean, still no answer to how that happened. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's odd that this, and it just kind of happened out of nowhere, didn't it? Normally, aren't they like, I mean, how many, like, what did JFK give them? Like 10 years or something for them to do that? And then it's this. Now within this, you know, and I want to know if I'm being lied to, and I think it's important that we, you know, keep an eye on this stuff, because if we're being lied to about this, I mean, at the very, very, very least, a bunch of our tax money is going to this organization. If they're faking videos, then they shouldn't be getting any money. That money can be used for a lot of other things. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look. Artemis 2, some of the images coming out. These are the ones for me that are always just like, it just doesn't make sense, especially in the next video after this. It's just like 100%. It's just, there's no way. Okay, let's see. Let's see. They use the same clouds on both images. Same clouds on both images. Why is that? Same cloud on both the images. Yeah, same exact clouds. It's supposed to be Africa. day
de
and
jour
night.
et de
There it
nuit,
is during the day, there it is at night.
avec
With
exactement
exactly
le
the
même
same
angle.
angle.
Donc environ 12 heures
So about 12 hours later,
plus tard, et les nuages
and the clouds
n'ont
didn't
pas
move.
bougé. Parce
I mean, really? Are they even trying? I mean, especially with all of the theories and all of the conspiracies, and we've already been aware of them messing with the clouds when they do pictures of this, and NASA even has come out and said when confronted about this, why is there weird things with the clouds on Earth? And they say, well, it's composite images. Sometimes we have to do that. It has to be photoshopped. It has to be photoshopped. It has to be composited together. And that kind of makes sense. Well, it does make sense if everything is being taken from low Earth orbit. But if you're actually getting a picture of the Earth from a distance where you can take a picture of the whole thing, even what? 30 minutes later, the clouds wouldn't even look the same. Not on the whole Earth. Some of those clouds are moving insanely fast where there's storms.
que ce sont pas des photos, ce sont
So
des
not
images
photos,
de
they're
synthèse,
CGI
comme
images. Short answer, yes.
toutes les images du globe.
That AI detector said it was AI.
Alors,
So
soit la
picture the globe, so
s'est
either
trompée dans la sélection
NBC
du
made
graphiste,
a
soit c'est
mistake in the selection, or the
intentionnel pour nous
international,
tester, comme c'est
sorry
marqué
to
sur
say
ce reel de la NASA.
it's on a
pourquoi
NASA
on-
reel. This is a test. Did they show
On
us
montre la
Earth
Terre au compte-gouttes.
piece
Pourquoi
by
ne pas
piece?
tout filmer
Why
dans
not
ces
filming
2
everything?
secondes?
Think
Un
about it. 2
parachutiste revient
seconds.
avec des centaines de photos.
Skydiver comes down,
GoPro accroché au
the
tir.
GoPro attached to
Caméra
his helmet,
360 à la main. Vidéo 8K.
8K
120
video,
images par
120
seconde.
frames.
Et
I mean, yeah, they don't even have to live stream it. Why don't they just send it up with one camera recording it for people to see when they come back? I mean, especially if NASA, who knows if they really care. I mean, I'm not even a flat earther, but if they really wanted to just like get them all to stop bringing the flat earth thing up, just do one live stream from the ship going up all the way up to space. That would solve it all, or just even a video up and down. That's why they do the balloon tests with that, and then by the time it gets up, it's starting to look flat because it's getting pretty high, but they're not getting higher than that, and then the balloon pops. Of course they don't do that. I don't know, maybe they don't care. But then at the same time, why are they faking images of the Earth? 50 million a day? People have done a lot worse for a lot less, I know that.
Il s'agit d'Artemis, on retourne dans
When
les
it comes
années
to Artemis, we go back to the 70s with blurry images, choppy 4 frames per second, as if NASA didn't have the budget for a $400 GoPro camera. They lost the technology, they never got it back. We don't have the technology to do that. Don Piet, of course, famous thing saying that. It's not recording when you see them waiting for instructions for someone. Like they're in a studio. Yeah, it does seem like that, but they are also probably listening to like a moderator or someone like setting up. Like I think that was about when they were about to do the Trump phone call. So they're probably watching a live screen team or screen or something. Yeah, of course. People will definitely say this is a studio. Maybe. Let's see, you're playing with their mascot called ZGI. Maybe so known as the zero gravity indicator, or ZGI, zero gravity indicator. The item, which is sometimes a toy or stuffed animal, will help alert the crew when they've reached zero gravity in space. It also serves as a friendly reminder about the human element to their mission. That is pretty weird. Okay, so you're doing the manned mission close to the moon, and you launch the rocket on April Fools. I mean, seriously, come on. They've had years and years and years of people confronting them on the moon missions, and they're really going to do it on April Fools. That's just ridiculous. I mean, come on. Somebody should know that. Unless they're just messing with those people, messing with us. But then yeah, their little mascot is called ZGI. Pretty close to CGI. Weird, man. If you believe the show, it's time to start to wake up. Deprogramming. So, some of this is strange, and I can even almost explain away some of this. Personally, if I worked at NASA or had any say, and if I actually just truly cared about getting the public interested in space and the space program And I mean, really, if they're doing all that they can with all the taxpayer money to do what they can for space endeavors, you would hope that they would want to encourage that more. And so if they did that, if they actually wanted that to be the case, put up a GoPro camera on it, do a live stream. It wouldn't have cost them that much more money to do a constant live stream out of one of the windows. People want to see what it looks like out of the window. They want to see that. So they could have done other stuff, and it would have really stopped a lot of the people. If they literally did a legitimate one, it would have stopped a lot of them from, saying the theories that they come up with. But still, none of this solves the Van Allen radiation belt problem. None of it does, which personally is the reason I believe we never went to the moon. It also makes, to me, zero sense that we went to the moon, the 60s was the first time. And then, no, China never went. Russia never went. I mean, none of these other advanced countries never went. Doesn't make sense. Makes zero sense. That's like being like, oh yeah, an American climbed Mount Everest, and then 7 other Americans climbed Mount Everest after that. No one else wanted to do it after that. They just never wanted to do it. That's not the case. You can look up images of what Mount Everest looks like every single year, and there's literally a line of hundreds of people climbing to the top because people want to do big achievements like that. It's with every single human achievement, except the moon. It's the only one that no one else wants to try to do. Why is that? So this is the one that just gets me big time. This is fake. This is not real. This is not really what it looks like from the moon. There's 0% chance. And this is the same thing with the first moon mission. And it was the same one that was documented in that old school, I'm not even sure the name of it. I've just seen the clip of that documentary about the moon landing being fake, where you see the image from them inside the cockpit of the moon capsule or whatever. And then you see them talking about they've got the window blocked out and they've got the Earth looking so small like that. And they're talking about it. And then the cameras keep rolling. And then they take this thing off the window that was blocking all the light out. And then you see that they're in low Earth orbit and the Earth is taking up the entire window screen. That's the clip from the video if you haven't seen it. And they're making the Earth look like it's so small away, but it wasn't. Now we're seeing the same thing here. Let me just look this up really quick because it's important to this conversation. How much bigger is Earth than the moon? So, let's see. Earth is roughly 3.7 times wider and 49 times more voluminous and 81 more times more massive than the moon. 81 more times. So let's take a little thought experiment here for just a moment. Here they are at the moon. What does the Earth look like in the distance? It appears like the same distance from when you're standing on the Earth looking up at a full moon. That's like the size of the moon from the Earth. Looking at the Earth from the moon, it should be 81 times bigger than that. The Earth should still be really big. It should honestly even look like how it did in those other pictures that we looked at that they had the photoshopped clouds in. The same exact clouds night and day in. That's how big it should be from the moon. 81 times bigger. So I don't know what this video is that they're posting. And then even this intro one, it looks like that video that came out years ago of them, like that flyby satellite thing from the moon. I mean, the moon just looks so fake there. It really does. And the Earth would be bigger than that. It'd be 81 times bigger than that. That looks real. It doesn't make sense to me why the Earth is always so small in these videos. And so it really makes me think that if there's one lie in it, then it makes you wonder about all of the other things brought up. Then it makes you think, well, are they just doing the whole thing fake? Are they just green screening it? Are they filming it in these airplanes with zero gravity? I mean, what are they doing? Why would they fake part of it? It's the same thing. I mean, it's what happened in the past. I believe that's exactly what happened when they were doing the space race with Russia. We were in a race to get to the moon, to show our dominance in space. I believe we are still dominant in space. I believe we go to space. We have satellites in space, but I think we're in low Earth orbit. I don't know if we can get past the Van Allen radiation belt. And then why are they faking this thing to the Earth? The Earth should look way bigger than that. It just doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. And especially in this age of content and all this stuff, why don't they just like live stream the Earth the whole way? Show what it looks like of a time lapse going back to the Earth. Why don't they send up a satellite and go just watch and look at the Earth from there? Why is there not like there's like people who watch the eagles who live in Big Bear. There's like thousands of people watching that live stream all the time. Imagine if someone just put a live stream of Earth from the moon. People would watch that all the time. I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't understand. Like, there's no way the Earth would look that small. And so it makes me wonder about the whole thing. And so, yeah, when people who I'm paying my taxes to are lying to me, I want to know why. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, of course, people go all the way with it. And, you know, it gives validity to these people when you find a couple lies in it. Then all the other stuff is like, well, is it just
this guy's doing it.
is the whole thing a lie? I mean, this one's from years ago. You guys have probably all seen this, where he's flipping around, but then he gets a little tug on his wire there at the bottom. I mean, you can clearly see a wire is right there. He pulls on a wire. Like, what's going on there? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to not give validity to some of these things when that happens, right? We'll watch that one more time as we end this video off. Give a little tug over there. I mean, he didn't grab his pant loop or anything. Grabbed on a wire. You can see there's a wire. I don't know. And honestly, this is pretty low on the totem pole on things for me that make a massive difference in life. But I just find it really interesting. And I would really like to know why. Mainly this. NASA Artemis passing close to the moon. 40 million views. Everyone's saying about how amazing it is. It's so cool. Well, probably not on X. There's probably a lot of other stuff going on. But why'd they lie about the distance of the moon? And why did they post two images of the Earth? Or sorry, the shape of the Earth, the size of the Earth. And why did they post images with the Earth with the same clouds on it night and day? And I would also like to know why there's dudes who work at NASA in like the high-tech rooms there with Satan ball heads tattooed on their hands. Interesting stuff. I don't know. What I do know is Jesus Christ is king and he has power over all evil. Follow him. If you don't, he will lead you in this life and definitely in the life to come. He's the only way to God the Father. Hope and pray you do that in Jesus' name.